So, you haven't dined with Mr. Jaggers yet? He pursued, as we walked along. Not yet. He told me so this afternoon when he heard you were coming. I expect you'll have an invitation tomorrow. He's going to ask your pals, too. 3 of 'em, ain't there? Although I was not in the habit of counting Drummle as one of my intimate associates. I answered, yes. Well, he's going to ask the whole gang. I hardly felt complimented by the word, and whatever he gives you, he'll give you good. Don't look forward to variety. But you'll have excellence. And there's another rum thing in his house, proceeded Wemmick, after a moment's pause, as if the remark followed on the housekeeper understood. He never lets a door or window be fastened at night. Is he never robbed? That's it, returned Wemmick. He says, and gives it out publicly, I want to see the man who'll rob me. Lord bless you. I have heard him, 100 times if I have heard him once, say to regular cracksmen in our front office, you know where I live. Now, no bolt is ever drawn there. Why don't you do a stroke of business with me? Come. Can't I tempt you? Not a man of them, sir, would be bold enough to try it on, for love or money. They dread him so much, said I. Dread him, said Wemmick. I believe you they dread him. Not but what he's artful, even in his defiance of them. No silver, sir. Britannia metal. Every spoon. So they wouldn't have much, I observed, even if they... Ah, but he would have much, said Wemmick, cutting me short, and they know it. He'd have their lives. And the lives of scores of 'em. He'd have all he could get. And it's impossible to say what he couldn't get, if he gave his mind to it. I was falling into meditation on my guardian's greatness, when Wemmick remarked, as to the absence of plate, that's only his natural depth, you know. A river's its natural depth, and he's his natural depth. Look at his watch chain. That's real enough. It's very massive, said I. Massive, repeated Wemmick. I think so. And his watch is a gold repeater, and worth £100 if it's worth a penny. Mr. Pip. There are about 700 thieves in this town who know all about that watch. There's not a man, a woman, or a child, among them, who wouldn't identify the smallest link in that chain, and drop it as if it was red hot, if inveigled into touching it. At first with such discourse, and afterwards with conversation of a more general nature, did Mr. Wemmick and I beguile the time and the road, until he gave me to understand that we had arrived in the district of Walworth. It appeared to be a collection of back lanes, ditches, and little gardens, and to present the aspect of a rather dull retirement. Wemmick's house was a little wooden cottage in the midst of plots of garden, and the top of it was cut out and painted like a battery mounted with guns. My own doing, said Wemmick. Looks pretty, don't it? I highly commended it. I think it was the smallest house I ever saw, with the queerest Gothic windows, by far the greater part of them sham, and a Gothic door, almost too small to get in at. That's a real flagstaff, you see, said Wemmick. And on Sundays I run up a real flag. Then look here. After I have crossed this bridge, I hoist it up, so, and cut off the communication. The bridge was a plank, and it crossed a chasm about 4 feet wide and 2 deep. but it was very pleasant to see the pride with which he hoisted it up and made it fast, smiling as he did so, with a relish and not merely mechanically. At 9 o'clock every night, Greenwich time, said Wemmick, the gun fires. There he is, you see. And when you hear him go, I think you'll say he's a stinger. The piece of ordnance referred to was mounted in a separate fortress, constructed of lattice work. It was protected from the weather by an ingenious little tarpaulin contrivance in the nature of an umbrella. Then, at the back, said Wemmick, out of sight, so as not to impede the idea of fortifications, for it's a principle with me, if you have an idea, carry it out and keep it up. I don't know whether that's your opinion, I said, decidedly. At the back, there's a pig, and there are fowls and rabbits. Then, I knock together my own little frame, you see, and grow cucumbers, and you'll judge at supper what sort of a salad I can raise. So, sir, said Wemmick, smiling again, but seriously too, as he shook his head, if you can suppose the little place besieged, it would hold out a devil of a time in point of provisions. Then he conducted me to a bower about a dozen yards off, but which was approached by such ingenious